Brit Milah Usoda Shabbat. Brit Milah and Shabbat are the same bechina, are the same aspect. Besod Milah Ufriya. Milah and Priya, which is what we talk about in the Shiur, is the inner membrane. How? Zachor v'Shamor. It's going to be Milah and Priya. So when you're Mekayim Shemirat Shabbat, it's like you're Mekayim Mitzvat HaMilah. And on a much higher aspect, says the Sharei Orah. Zachor leyom v'shamor lelayla, keneged elchayin amonai. So Shabbat is 24 hours. So Mekayim Lil Shabbat is Bichat HaMalchut. And the morning of Shabbat is Zah. So by keeping the morning and the night, you're causing a zivug automatically just by keeping Shabbat. Right? That's why they say Shabbat is a yom of et ratzon. ולפי שברית מילה כוללת שתי בריתות, שתי ספירות הללו, אמר כתוב, אם לא בריתי יומם ולילה. That's why, since Brit Milah is also like night and day, Malchut and Yesod, because the Milah and Priya, that's why when it comes to the Brit, it says, אם לא בריתי יומם ולילה. You have to keep the Brit, yomam v'layla. Brit Torah in this aspect, but the point is the word Brit is associated with night and day. Chukot shamayim va'aretz, also shamayim and aretz is also night and day. Aretz would be the night and shamayim would be the day. Vesod, turn the page. Chukot hem kel chai amonai. Vesod chok v'chuka. Also the aspect of a command, a chok, is the aspect of the Malchut and the Yesod. The Siman, where do we see that? Et chukotai, in plural, tishmoru. Vesod chukotayim kel chai v'amonai. So the chukotai, when you keep the chukot of Hashem, it's like you're also keeping and you're making a zivug between Yesod and the Malchut. Vedakia brit nikra yomam v'layla husod milah priya. Just as brit is called night and day, it's the milah and the priya, which is also Zachor v'Shamor and Kel Chayin Amonai, and it's also, by the way, Torah shebichtav and Torah shebaal peh. That's why when you learn Torah shebichtav, you should always right away learn right after Torah shebaal peh. That's a secret of Chok Yisrael, by the way. When you learn you do the Chumash and the Nevi'im, Ketuvim, right away, what do? Mishnayot. It's to connect the both aspects together. So people think Chok Yisrael is Chas Shalom, a waste of time. But sometimes by learning Chok Yisrael, you could do much more than a person who's learning an hour just of Gemara. Why? When he's just learning Gemara, what is he just connecting to? Amonai, Malchut, Eretz, Shamor. But by learning Torah shebichtav and right away Torah shebaal peh, you're connecting the two together, which is the whole point. That's the meaning when you learn Torah. You're not supposed to learn for your own enjoyment. You're supposed to learn for the sake of Avodat Hashem, which includes Chok Yisrael. I remember when I went to Israel to take my test for the Rabbanut, and we went to certain dayanim, not all of them, certain dayanim in Yerushalayim, on their table was a Chok Yisrael. They didn't say it was Chas v'Shalom Bitul Torah. Chas v'Shalom. Vesod Zachor, Sod Milah. Zachor is Milah. Velayla hu sod Torah shebaal peh, sod Amonai, sod Shamor, sod Priya. So night, Torah shebaal peh, Amonai, is Priya. It's the aspect of Priya. V'lachen, lefichach ein haTorah misura lemi shekibel brit basar. That's why, if a person doesn't have a Brit Milah, he cannot learn Torah. Other he will not be able to accept the Torah. Very hard. It's a Brit Basar. The Brit Basar, because why? Remember, what's Brit? Milah and Priya. Milah is Torah shebichtav and Priya is Torah shebaal peh. So if you're missing the Milah, what are you basically missing? Torah shebichtav and Torah shebaal peh. So if you try to learn, you won't feel you won't be able to grasp. It will be like a mundane matter to you. It will be nothing. It's not. You won't feel the elakut inside. You won't feel the godliness in the Torah. Because you're basically missing your Milah and the Priya. And the same thing, if you don't keep Shabbat correctly, Shamor v'Zachor, then also you're not going to truly grasp the Torah. Because you're missing your Milah and your Priya. You're missing your Brit, the Laila Vayom. Correct? So therefore, all these aspects are connected, and the Sharei is trying to teach us. Sometimes you see a negative aspect in certain Talmidei Chachamim, you should know it's because of that, or suddenly you learn Torah, you should know you're missing in one of the aspects of Zachor v'Shamon, which is Milah and Priya, Torah shebichtav, Torah sheba'al peh, and vice versa. If you're missing Torah shebichtav or Torah sheba'al peh, it might have an effect on your brit. If you have the time to learn Torah and you don't, Chas v'Shalom, you could make a pegam in your Shabbat. And suddenly you see your Shabbat is not the way it's supposed to be, or not what you envisioned it to be. Right? So each one is a connection one to another. Let's do one more paragraph. Umitoch brit habasar, through the brit basar, yikanes adam lebrit halashon. This is a very beautiful sentence that it's worth it to highlight and remember. Through the Brit Basar, one will come into the Brit HaLashon. That means it's a Or Choser, it's not a Or Yashar. It's not that I work first on my Brit HaLashon and then I'll get my Brit Basar. It's a Hafuch. First the Vak is Metukan, the Vak. And then the Gar is Metukan. Okay? First you gotta fix the foundation, and then you could bring the maturity. Shehu Kriyat Torah, and Brit HaLashon Kriyat Torah. Now I have to teach you. How did God come to such a situation that He imprinted his brit, his zera his Torah, his name in Klal Yisrael? Ketzad? Amar b'sefer Yitzirah, karat lo brit be'eser etzba'otav yadav, v'zeu brit halashon. Hashem made us a brit between His two hands.
What does that mean?
So I have two hands, and this actually took me a long time to understand this sefer Yitzirah. Only once I learned the Pardes Rimonim on this that I even get a little. It's a very hard book to learn, Pardes Rimonim. So the brit of the Yadayim is the Lashon. So between your 10 sfirot is your Brit HaLashon. And between your 10 sfirot, which is your 10 fingers on your legs, is your Brit HaBasar. Okay, you got it? So the middle column of your 10 fingers, of your upper 10 sfirot, which is your 10 hands, is your Lashon. The lower is your Brit Milah. So let's see what he says. V'chatam Yudke, and the seal of Yudke is the Yud Etzbaot, is the 10 fingers. Hey chamesh mikorot b'lshon Torah. Hey, the hey is the 5 mikorot in the language of the Torah. What's the 5 mikorot? So it's Yudke. What's Yudke? The letter Yud, God's name, Yudke. What's the hey of the Yudke? If 10 is the 10 etzbaot, what's the hey? Hey is the Lashon. How is the letter hey connected to your Lashon? You have 5 ways of saying letters in your tongue. Achha, achha, gichik, zas shartz, dat lenat is your tongue, and bumf is your lips. So that's the hey motzaot hapeh. Okay? That's the hey motzaot hapeh. So what's Yud K? The K in the Yud K is all connected to your Brit HaLashon, right? And that's why, by the way, many different Jewish people have different ways of saying the 5 motzaot hapeh.
Thank you.
But there are some letters that everybody has the same, right? Because those are all the Yesodot. But then there are letters that go to right and left. So you have Ashkenazim, Sfaradim, Hasidim, huh?
Like what?
Like Ayin. Ashkenazim don't have an Ayin.
It's on the Aleph section.
But they don't have an Ayin. So you don't have the cutting of an Acha. You only have Acha.
You're still using it in the
You could still use it, but it's not an Ayin.
The chet.
Right? Chet. There's no chet. There's no kuf. At the same time,
We're using it the same.
At the same time, doesn't matter. You could write the same letter, but you don't have the cut. You don't have the cut in the lashon. You don't have the cut. Listen, that's for the Sephardic side, but Ashkenazim also have a plus. Your nikudot are more cut than our nikudot. So for us, you guys have an a tzerei and a segol For us, a tzerei and a segol are the same thing. All right. For shir, I don't know, but for example, our kubutz and our shuruk are also the same. U and u. But you guys, you might have it different. I don't know. I don't know all the nikudot difference. Okay? But in letters, you guys don't have the cutting of the kelim. Okay? So there's a mix and match. I'm not giving a class in Digduk right now. Okay? Arabic Jews don't have, for example, a fei. They don't have the letter fei. Everything is a b. Everything is a b. And then pei. Everything is a b by them. Right? It doesn't matter. They don't have the cut. So what? I'm in the same kavay emtzai. So it has to be all tiferet. It's tiferet. They saw this mahud. There's that. There's ketet. All right. Let's finish the. Acha begaron boom basfatayim gicher bechek datla belashon zasharz b'shinayim. Nimtza chotam yud brit halashon shu brit hapeh. What's the chotam of yud is brit hapeh. So there's yud vav. The seal of the yud is the peh. What's the seal of the vav? The brit. He's gonna say. The karat lo brit ben eser etzbot raglav. What are they? The 10 etzbot raglav is your 10 fingers of your legs, and the brit is the brit milah, which is the vav. V'sod eser etzbaot brit milah shu echad. So if you have eser etzbaot, you have 10 fingers of your legs, and you have the brit itself, it's going to be 11. So in the peh, we had 10 fingers, and the 5 motzot is yudke, 15. By the brit milah on the bottom, you have 10 fingers, and just one brit. You don't have 5 different kinds of brits. You have one brit. So 10 plus 1 is what? 11, vavke. 6 plus 5 is? Yud, vavke. Wow. I don't know about you guys, if you were born just to hear that, dayeno. I don't know about you.
Just like the peh you
that was fire right now, huh?
Just like the peh you had 5 with giving out.
Yeah.
So you have 2 different peh.
No, only one.
Pipe.
Yeah, those 2 pipes is not brit. One is a harayim. I could make a chidush. There's 5 different zivugim. I could make a chidush, but I'm not going to reveal you that chidush right now. Let's finish the paragraph because I see we're already ready for Krachim Alamita. Ve'od sod vav k. What's vav k? Vav to. Tell you, Rav Yosef Jikatei is on another level. You're learning Rishonim right now. You should know that. You're learning Rishonim. Ve'sod vav k, vav Torah shebichta. What's the vav k? Vav is the Torah shebichta. Hey is the Torah sheba'al peh. Va'akol talui bebrit milah. That means if you don't have a brit milah, you can't accept the Torah shebichta and Torah sheba'al peh. Shu shor. That's why we have to get the brit before getting the Torah and Har Sinai. Shu shorish hatachton shel od vav, which is the shorish hatachton of od vav. Va'hei hu Torah sheba'al peh shu soda priya. V'levichach ein haTorah misra lakuti lefi shu arel. Why can't she teach Torah to a goy? He's a arel. How is he going to get the Torah? And lo brit. V'zeh shavur b'kat hamazon. That's why we say in b'kat hamazon. Tzarich she'yakdim brit leTorah. Right? In Nodeh. In Nodeh we say ala Torah shechata ala. No, what's the lashon over there by the Nodeh? Ala eretz Torah berit v'Torah chayim hamazon. Why do you say brit before the Torah? Says Rav Yosef. Because if you don't have a brit, you can't accept the Torah. You like it? I think you're enjoying it. It's hot, beautiful. It's better in person, no? She'echad alavotenu. Va'abrit chashan al b'sarid. V'atchashim ma'atenu. V'zish amar magid dvarav le'Yaakov. What is magid dvarav le'Yaakov? He says his words to Yaakov. Lemishu mahul ke Yaakov. Whoever has a brit, not like Esav. Esav was not mahul. He couldn't get the Torah. The kuti hu arel. A kuti is an arel. Shasak b'Torah chayav. And a kuti that learns Torah is chayav mitah. Because where does all of his Torah go? To chitzonim. Chas v'shalom. And he gives achiyat to chitzonim. If you should brit milah or priya yusuf Shabbat b'zochor v'shamor. Since brit milah is zochor v'shamor, which is Shabbos. That's why milah is so important Because without Mila, you don't have Torah. And without Torah, you don't have Shabbat. That's why if you need to do a Brit Milah on Shabbat, do we do it?
Yeah.
Of course.
But now you know why.
Why?
Because without Milah, you don't have Torah. Without Torah, you don't have Shabbat. So what is the source of everything? The Brit. So therefore, if you need to do a Brit on Shabbat, it's Doche de Shabbat. And it's on the 8th day, which is Amonai. Why? So Priya, and I said, why is Amonai the 8th? He didn't explain it yet. Because when you put Yud Kei Vav Kei together with Amonai, how many letters do you get? Together, 8. 8.
Oh, why you say Torah goes to Kitzonim? You just said something.
If a goy learns it, without a Brit. That's why I'm always very like shaky when we put Sharei Orah up, or back when I used to put Otzrot Chaim up. I was always very like nervous. If a goy would hear me speak, you know, like I'm not so comfortable with that idea. You know what I mean? I'm not so comfortable with that. Amonai Havaya נמצאת למה שהברית מילה דוחה את השבת שהיא המידה עצמה, because Shabbos is Mila itself. Okay, we'll end over here. Next week we'll learn that Torah is called an ot. Brit Milah is called an ot and a shvua.